Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are back with our Wilder faction account, our weekly run through the campaign. We're on 25-44, and what an amazing event the Magician's Hat actually turned out to be. A ton of red chests that we've picked up here. As you can see with our Wilder team, we do have Eron at his plus 30. We do have his 3-set bonus. If you look at the little red diamond underneath his signature item, we do have the 3-set bonus for him. Still working on Namora, we have our plus 20 signature item. Tassie, same plus 20. Still need a lot of gear for these heroes though. Plus 20 with Leica, which is where the majority of them are they perform really well at the plus 20. As you can see, Solus, we have at plus 25. She is the hero we're working on. As you can see, we have most of her gear already completed, hoping to get her to the plus 30 signature item, so the Floral Spectre will attack 3 enemies simultaneously, and adding some more pieces of furniture in her set. We also do have Almas, which we've sidelined as of now for our tank. So we're not actually running a tank, but we do have Saurus. Saurus is at plus 20. He is the backup. So once we get Solus to a plus 30, we'll work on Saurus to a plus 30, and then we will go from there with the signature items. Overall in the campaign, like I said, 25-44. We'll go ahead and do all of our summons, make sure we have all of our friendships, which it looks like we have a request there. Always fill in the requests. So looking at the account overall, we have 12 of our Stargazer cards. We have 1,800, that's right, 1,800 of our Arcane Scrolls. So we can go ahead and get a lot of red chests because we only have 11 right now. Let's go ahead and use our Soul Stones. 3 here, which look at that, Shamira, Oden, and Gwen. Perfect pull, even though it is not the Wilders specific. We'll go ahead with our rare stones, which a lot more fodder is what we need. We do need a couple more copies of Saurus to go ahead and get him up a little bit higher. Let's look at the event really quick. The Magician's Hat. We'll do our summons here. Fingers crossed red chests is what we're looking for from this event, but we will take pretty much everything. There's 5 red chests right there. The 24-hour hero essence is very good because they're giving you 3 of them. So as we continue to build levels on this account, any of the resources, any of the materials, look at that, 2 more cards, 2 more scrolls, 2 more additional Stargazer cards, and 2 more scrolls. So doubles there all around, which gives us a total of 70. So remember, these faction accounts are completely free to play. We did not spend anything with these accounts overall, so 80 there. So we would be able to get a free copy of the Twins with 90, but we are going to go for the red chest. Couple more essence there. We're going to have to use all of this essence before we level up our heroes because we are going to have a lot to level up here. Very happy about the results from this event overall. So we have a ton of essence. Look at that, 24 times 12 gold chests. So let's go ahead. We have 110, so we'll do the exchange here looking for a red chest. We'll max those out in 140 red chests. Events are the biggest place to get red chests, as we all know. We have 5 more here, which versus going for gold, we're just going to go ahead and cash them in for a couple emblems here, just because we are going to use them eventually. We are using them on off actions as well. But we didn't get any copies of the Twins because we decided on the red chest. And we got a lot of red chests out of this event. We'll go ahead, do the Tower of Ascension. As you can see here, there's Oden and Gwen and Shamir, the 3 cards that we just pulled. A couple more food there. So overall, as you can see, we have 19 scrolls, 225 companion points, 15 faction scrolls, and 14,000 diamonds. We're going to go ahead and swap Damon in here. We'll swap Torn out, put him in, and let's get into our summons. It is Wilder Day as well. Stargazers, we are still looking for Tailene across all the faction accounts, so we can go ahead and do that one really quick before we go ahead and pop all the other chests. And look at that, 2 more 24-hour golds, 2 Graveborn cards. Definitely a decent pull there. We'll go ahead and do the companion summons first. And look at that, an elite right off the bat. Hopefully it is a copy of Saurus. It is a Noki. If you guys have seen him on my Mauler account, he has a plus 30 signature item. Very tough to kill. He is an outstanding hero. I'm very glad that we got him leveled up. Saurus, we have 9 more days till we can pick him. So by the end of next week, we might wait a day or 2 till we can get the reset so we can pull the rest of the copies of Saurus. If we don't pull the copies of Saurus from our summons here. Just a couple more rare cards, unfortunately, on the faction summon. All right, so we got a couple summons here. Hopefully we can get Saurus with 6 more rare cards, seeing a lot of rare cards here. Pull number 2, doubles, look at that. Need Saurus, which we have Saurus, there he is. Bam, look at that. I think we need one more copy of Saurus, and we will have him ascended, and then we can move on to our next hero. Let's go ahead and look. That might be, yep, I think we are still 1 shy at this point. Let's take a quick look. So we have 1 copy there, that's Elite Plus. We need 1 copy of Saurus, and we can get him up to Ascended. So fingers crossed, we have a couple more summons here. If we can pull another copy of him, a couple more rare cards. This one should be some more rare, maybe an Elite, which we got another Elite there. We have 2 more summons, which it is copy of Solus. We will always take a copy of her. We're building up her signature item. Her furniture does a lot of damage as well. So overall, a very, very solid hero. In our last summon, hopefully we turn an Elite. Just a couple more rare cards. So still going to be 1 copy short of Saurus. A lot more emblems there. So hopefully this will be the copy. Fingers crossed it is a copy of Saurus. It is Leica. Still very good. Leica's another hero that we're continuing to build here. So we bought everything out of our shop. Barracks, we do have another stone, so we have a chance there. Labyrinth store, just waiting on the red chest in here. We have to progress a little bit further to start picking up the red chest here. As you can see, we've been buying all of our heroes out. The daily lab is absolutely destroying it, getting ready for Nakaruru. As well as here, when you look at the Wilders, we have the tree, which we're not using. We already benched. We have Lorzen, which we have not built yet. And then we do have Iran. So we're going to have to focus on building another hero at this point, just because we know we're going to have Saurus done pretty quick. So looking at the heroes, which that gives us another copy of Leica. She is almost done as well, which is very, very nice. All right, so Leica will go ahead and add a copy here, giving her 3 stars. And if you look, we do have 4 of Cirrus, we have 4 of Lorzen, then we do have 3 of Gorvo, which I'm thinking overall, I'm gonna go with Lorzen. As much as I'd like to build Gorvo, just because I know they have good synergy. Lorzen has really good synergy with Iran. Gorvo has really good synergy with Iran, but I'm thinking overall, that we're going to go with Lorzen. So Lorzen is going to be the next choice. So get him up to Legendary. We'll go ahead and get him up to Legendary Plus, because we do have the couple copies. So when we get enough food, we already have double copies of him. So we will be able to actually take him up all the way to Ascended as long as we got food. So that is where we're waiting for a little bit more food for him. But we do have a couple more stones there. All right, so the Oaken Inn is the next point, which we have a lot of furniture pieces, 1,500 Poe coins in total. Looking at the wish list, again, we have our team here. We have Lorzen in there. We have Gorvo, we have Cirrus, we do have Saurus, and of course, Talene. All right, so fingers crossed we can pull a couple red pieces, which it looks like that's going to be an orange piece here. But continuing to build, there's a red little flash, so we'll get a red piece here. Hopefully it's Solus, which is Talene. Really need to get Talene. If you've noticed on all of my faction accounts, I have pulled a lot of Talene set pieces. Overall, I believe I've pulled probably 1 to 3 on every single account for Talene. And there is one for Saurus. Even though his set bonus is not the best, I still do like it. So overall, let's see who we can get up a little bit higher. Iran, of course, is our primary. So go ahead and increase some health and defense, which I believe is with Talene's piece that he just added there. And of course, Solus we want to look at as well. Adding to attack and defense as we continue to get more of our mythic gear. Leica, Tassi, Namora make up the rest of our team, which even though our attack went down a little bit, defense went down just slightly, accuracy, dodge, and crit for Leica will be a necessity. Namora survivability, so increasing her defense by quite a bit. Tassie will go ahead and look, adding a lot of furniture to her. Attack down a little bit, but health regen overall went up. Solus went up, and then we do have the tree as well. So almost just a couple more pieces there, which I want to make sure we're not using almost pieces that we can put to another hero. Usually that's not the case, which is not the case because he is our only tank right now. So we have 3,000 there. I believe Tassie, we do have double set bonuses. I think we do have 2 of her pieces already. Or it might be Tailine's. It might be Tailine's piece. But we'll go ahead and do, I think, one more summon. See, we have a lot. So there's Tailine's furniture. We have Solus. We have Tailine's. Which I think I'm going to work on Solus. So let's go ahead and do one more summon. That'll give us our red chest. We'll build it for Solus since it doesn't look like we're going to get a red chest out of here. And we will continue to build Solus. Since we got our red card here, we'll continue to build Solus. And we get the Sound of Jade. So with her set bonus, when her Floral Spectre dies, it actually comes back to life. So increasing her attack by quite a bit and her crit amplification. So that gives us our 2 set bonus. Just need one more. When the Floral Spectre is defeated, it transforms itself into a spirit form that becomes impervious to all attacks for 8 seconds, which it does do damage during that time, increasing her overall damage by a lot. This team is already at level 275, and I have never had an account level up as fast as the faction accounts have. It always seems like we're stuck at a point where we're not leveling up or not making much progression. But as you can see here, that's 278. 295 is our cap right now. So just a little shy there, but that is level 278 already. Remember, just a couple weeks ago, they were at 240. Now we're already up to 278. We need to make progression into chapter 26. So that is going to be the goal. I believe 26-10 is where we get the different gear. 25-60. So 25-60 is what we want to finish to go ahead and unlock more of the store. So let's go ahead and get into the campaign. After we look at the heroes, because we know Solus, we do have quite a bit. So faction gear, we'll try to get a Wilder piece here, which will complete her set. Went to Maulers, but will stay with Lightbearers at this point. And then her overall signature item, adding more attack to her, a little more defense, a lot more hit points, which I believe we are going to be right 29. A little bit short to get the Floral Spectre will attack 3 enemies, but remember, as her hit points are going up and as she is getting stronger, we are adding more life to the Floral Spectres, which is ideal. Even strengthening gear, we just have Tailine, which again, we don't have any of our faction-specific gear, so we'll just wait on that. And then strengthening the signature items, again, none of the faction Wilders there. So we'll stick with the team that we have. It's working very well. Sora's, we have been swapping into the rotation as well, which again is doing very, very well. We need to unlock tier 2 stones for this account, and we need to make progression to make that happen. So let's go ahead and get into the campaign. So here we are on 25-44, which was the stage we were stuck last time, always because of Brutus. Brutus absolutely destroys this team because there's nothing that we can do about his immunity shield, but look at the banish from Tassie. Perfect timing, giving us the ability to actually just keep him as the last or second to last hero. They're spread out enough so we can go ahead and get through his immunity shield, just wait it out at this point to go ahead and get the win. Let's go ahead and take a look at the damage, which 5 million, 4 million, 4 million, so pretty even across the Wilder team. Even though they're providing a lot of CC, brings us to 25-48. Athalia stages are similar to the Brutus stages. As you can see there, we got lucky with the dodge and a lot of dodges up top from Leica. Again, holding Athalia just in the top, not allowing her to do much damage, didn't even kill Leica, even though she was on her the whole entire time, and that is why dodge is so effective. 8.5 million there from Iran. Solus putting up some pretty decent numbers too, but again, Iran just destroys the campaign. 25-52, our next boss stage, Iran pulls in 3 targets there, banishes Forel in the back, which again makes it absolutely perfect, very, very easy to get through the stage. When you have 3 or 4 heroes absolutely CC'd, 7 million damage from the pull-in, 4 million from Solus as well. Brings us to 25-56. I'm hoping that we can get through 25 right now. We're going to go ahead and see Saurus versus Athalia. Saurus gets knocked around quite a bit, but yep, he did go down there. Very, very close to surviving that one, but he did take up Ira and Athalia's time, just enough to get the rest of the team down. Looking at the damage here, 5 million from, actually both of them, Iran and Leica, both doing 5 million. Here is the stage 25-60, where most heroes and most players get stuck. Pull everyone in, look at that, 4 pull in. Saurus does a lot of damage to the heroes that are stuck in there. Just have Sophia left, so that's going to be an easy stage to finish out chapter 25. Very, very nice. Let's look at the damage on this one. Overall, 8 million damage, 4 million from Solus. Again, Iran absolutely destroying, 5-star plus 30 signature item. Doing a slow, doing a damage, doing CC. Remember, he does have the 4-second stun because we have his plus 30 signature item, which brings us to our next stage, 26-1. Again, pulling in multiple targets with Iran, allowing him to just do a ton of damage. And up to this point, I'd never used Saurus in the campaign. He actually performs pretty well, as you can see. Bring us to our next boss stage, which is 26-4. Again, working with Saurus here, we know that Sylvana's going to go right on Solus, so we want Saurus to actually pick her up in the top. And there it is. Iran picks them all up. Saurus right into the mix to do a lot of damage. Burn down that team for the boss stage in 11 seconds flat. Let's look at the damage there. Almost 10 million from Iran, 9.5, which is absolutely awesome. That's what we like to see out of our main carry. Iran, I swapped to the front in this one to hopefully pull in a couple heroes, but unfortunately we didn't have that happen. Remember though, when his health is above 70%, because we do have his 3-piece furniture bonus, he does more damage. So the more health he has, he will keep that Sylvana Oath and do more damage overall, which as we're seeing here. 26-12, another Athalia stage, which we left Solus up there. I didn't realize that Solus was in the top. She died very, very quick, but we might be able to get this down with the sleep and a little bit of CC. There it is. Very nice, just ran right over. Again, making short work of the battle here. 7 million damage, 5 million from Saurus, doing quite a bit of damage. I cannot wait to see him up to the Ascended level to see exactly how much damage he can do. And with him being a plate wearer, he does have a little more physical resistance, which helps when we're fighting Brutus and when we're fighting Savius. There's the Whirlwind. We're raining spores on the entire battlefield to take out Sophia right in the back with the raining spores. 5 million, 6 million there. Still doing a lot of damage. A quarter of the way through 26. So this is almost 40 stages at this point that we've just absolutely flew right through. Very, very cool special effect from Solus there. Grouped up around Thorn, which is never a good idea, but they go ahead and the group gets it done. Almost 10 million damage. Almost 6 million from like a 26-24. And we are now into the area that we wanted to be. That way when the shop resets, we can go ahead and get some more emblems. And I believe now we are going to have emblems in the lab store. They're running the daily maze right now, which is awesome because you can stock up on tokens with Nakaruru coming out pretty soon. This stage, 7.7 million damage. 4 million from Leica and Solus. 26-28. So now this is roughly 50 stages, 50 campaign stages. So they have made absolute crazy amount of progress in the campaign stages. Once we got through 1 or 2 Brutuses, 1 or 2 Athalias, 11.6 million damage there, bringing us to 26-30. Again, dealing with Athalia in the top. This is a tough team for us just because Athalia we can't CC, and Warwick we can't CC, Screg we can't CC. So overall, very, very difficult. Let's try Saurus up against Athalia again. Killed him out actually pretty quick there because she did have Sophia's buff on there. Taking a ton of damage, even though he's pulling in, Iran's pulling in 2 targets. Floral Spectre died pretty quick there. We did get a little CC, might get lucky on this one. Got to sleep. Oh, Falling Sun took out Leica. If we could have kept Leica up, we might have had this one this time. But again, I think this is the team comp that is going to go ahead and get this one done. We put Iran up front, hoping to kill Warwick quick, which, look at that. Ira, Sophia killed us in 1 hit. Ira hit us once, Sophia hit us once, took out Iran altogether. Which this one looks pretty promising, but we do have Athalia took us down. All right, guys, so that'll conclude it for the push. We ran this campaign stage about 40 times in total. No luck going through, but that's about 50 stages for the Wilder team. Absolutely phenomenal progress. Moving past, I believe, 2 other teams at this point. I believe the only one that is further is the Lightbearer team. So let me know in the comments what you think. Athalia and Brutus are still stopping us every time we turn around. And as always, thank you guys for watching.